Hey guys, welcome to Hamdi in the Middle. Last time I chat, I was like, I'm gonna have some of my girls with me, and I will, but I was just doing something today, and I thought about something I want to talk about, and I was like, you know what? Let me get to this. Let me take this off my chest, y'all. Um, so I was thinking, have you ever noticed like some people grow up like disliking someone else because like, oh, my mama don't like them, my dad don't like them, or my sister don't like them, like, and you never give them the chance to know them, or you don't even know anything about them, but you dislike them because of someone else. I don't know if you guys agree with me or disagree with me. You can comment that down, but I disagree with that. I want to be able to get to know someone. And okay, no, if like they hurt my family members, that's a whole different story. But I felt like if we beefing within the family, within our own family members, and we're like, oh, we don't like so and so because she didn't like my close person, or she didn't like this, I think that's childish because we're within the same family. Why can we give each other a chance and like hear the other person out? And I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I just felt like when my kids get older, if I have a problem with like certain person, I wouldn't want them to dislike that person because of me. Like if the person hurt me, obviously, yeah. But a little petty things, especially me being older, I'm not gonna hold that and just tell my kids not to like them because of that. Because this is gonna be a circle thing. We're gonna continue. Literally generation family beef for no reason. My mom didn't like her, I don't like her, and then my kids are not gonna like her. Like it's so unnecessary. I think we need to grow up and just realize that sometimes it could be your family member that was wrong. Because I think 90% of the time it was all misunderstood, and then we kind of just left it like that, and then our kids see us, and you'll be like, oh, I don't like so and so because of they did so and so to my mom. I don't know. I find that really weird to me. I really just do. I think because why do you have a problem with the person? You don't even know them. Hello. I don't know. So I be thinking about stuff like that. Like I just be like, damn, that's really sad. And also in that situation, I felt like if there was an older person and a younger person, 90% of the older person, because I noticed like older generation, they really be like to say things behind someone's back or talk about like slick things, and then when the younger generation have a problem with that or speak up, all of a sudden either malaha, it's like, why? I do have either. I just felt like you hurt my feelings, and now I'm gonna say something, but then all of a sudden we have a problem with that. I don't know, but all I know that that's something I felt like as young generation. Well, not my generation. I ain't that young now, but I just felt like let's all work on that. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I'd be feeling like, man, if everybody was thinking the way I do, life would be in a better place. Like, honestly, you don't got no problem with nobody. You ain't hating on nobody. You don't have to have beef with somebody you don't even know. You don't even have to, like, I don't know, just let it go. Stop thinking too much over situations. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. But all I can do as a decent human being that I am, I'm going to raise my kids. If I had any type of problem with like anyone, I don't want them to hold that against them. But if you intentionally trying to hurt me, yes, my kids are going to beef with you 100%. But I don't want to live in this earth knowing that all this was because of like, oh, my mom, you didn't like my mom, or my mom didn't like you, and we're just gonna continue with that. I don't like that. So I'm gonna make sure my kids give you a fair chance. So you better be nice to me. I'm just kidding. I don't care if you're nice to me or not, but my kids will still give you a fair shot. And if you're a bad person, obviously I'm keeping my kids away from you. I'm just not going to bring any energy to near my kids. But if something little petty, then I felt like I can tell my kids to overlook and to get to know you. So the more of my story, what I was thinking about earlier is that instead of having a problem with people that your daddy or your mom started with, you should be asking your mom and your dad, oh, you don't like that person, but why? What did they do? She or he's going to tell you what that person said to them, but they never going to tell you what they said and what they did and what they how who started. And I think that's why as the parents we need to be honest about that. If I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna start something, okay, first of all, my only thing that I'm ever gonna start is driving because I'm driving, and Jessica, a friend of me, is going slow, and you know my homegirl named Jessica. I'm not talking about you, boo, but I just be like, oh my god, and then I have to realize if my kid's in the car, I have to behave. But if I be like, then they be like, why did you do that? I be like, I was just having a rough day. I'm telling my kids what I start. That's what I'm just telling you. If I was ever mean to someone, I'm gonna say it. I did it, and then they did this to me. So how about we all agree on? We ask our parents, what happened? Why does this person feel that about you, or why do they not like you? Because sometimes when you do not like a African person, like my only experience that I have, guys, is African. I don't have no experience for other cultures. Okay, well, African older person, when you have a problem with them, they be acting confused. But you know what I learned though recently? There was something that like that, and anyway, what I learned was there was a girl I was talking to, like a friend, and then she was telling me that one of her aunts kind of like I think she wanted to distress, and the aunt took that dress from her, and they were younger. The aunt was like I think 20 years older than her, but this girl was younger. And years later, she told her aunt, she was like, you took the dress and that really hurt me. The aunt was like, oh, I don't remember. She was like, you don't remember? And this girl carried this for so long. And I'm like, damn, I am going to be aware of like what I do to people or like anyone, especially especially a younger person. Either ways, I'm really aware of what I do to people, how I talk to people. I'm very aware of that because I don't like to hurt people's feelings. And but I felt like that made me realize when it comes to a younger person, I am gonna make sure that I watch what I say and what I do to them because I don't want them to come to me a couple of years from now on and be like, you did this to me, just me being like, oh, I didn't realize because we don't realize what we do to people. We something might not be so light to me, to them, to us might not be to them. So I don't know. We need to be aware of what we're doing to people, okay? Because there's a lot happening in this world, and that's all I was saying. Anyway, the moral of the story is stop beefing with people you don't even know the whole full story, okay? Anyways, that's all I have for today. I I will talk to you guys soon. Um, yeah. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.